What's good, YouTube? We back again with another banger and another episode of you already know what football's greatest comparison. And in today's great comparison, we have representing team football, the one, the only, probably the world's greatest goalkeeper right now, none other than Real Madrid's Thibaut Courtois. And today we're gonna figure out if Thibaut Courtois' amazing goalkeeping capabilities would allow him to stop the Mongolian Empire under Genghis Khan. So let's get into it. Now, if we think Mongolian Empire, we think Genghis Khan, obviously, and fair. He deserves all his flowers for his leadership role in that. He was the founder. He was the leader. He was arguably the most brutal human being to ever step the earth. I mean, it's Genghis Khan. He had 500 wives or something like that. I mean, the man's totally went around more than a blunt. But anyway, we're not here to discuss Genghis Khan alone. We're here to discuss the Mongolian Empire that lasted from 1206, 1206, not 6 minutes past 12, 1206, the year 1206 to 1405. So they almost made the 200 years, but somebody decided to dust them off and pack them up, and ultimately they just couldn't make it. How sad, no? It reminds me of that meme with the pickaxe. I think I'm gonna put it up here. Yeah, banger editor. Shout out my editor, meaning me. And if you're talking about the Mongolian Empire, we're talking about the largest continuous empire in the history of the earth. Continuous meaning from one stretch of land all the way to other stretch of land. This is not across seas and shit. This is not like the British Empire. No. This was one massive piece of land stretching 31 million kilometers squared. let me just clear my throat so you can hear me again. 31 million kilometers squared. They had to go. They absolutely had to go. They had to go. This is covering 17% of the Earth's land mass at the time, and roughly 25% of the global population in those times. So they basically had a quarter of the world under their control in those times, and they were known, not known, but the thing that separated them was the pace at which the Mongolian Empire moved. Like, they were known as the fastest soldiers, they were the hardest punching, and they had the best strategy when it comes to taking over these other lands and capital cities that they absolutely massacred at the time. 400,000, 700,000, 1.7 million people at the time. And we get more into the numbers across the span of the history. The Mongolian Empire chopped off about roughly 40 to 60 million people. 40 to 60 million people. So basically, the Mongolian Empire in their prime would absolutely wipe out the whole of South Africa. You and me both, brother. You and me both. This was roughly between 6 to 13.5% of the world's global population at that time. That's higher than most people's pure mathematics marks. They were one of the first people to absolutely obliterate people by horse. They mastered the horse, and this gave them that pace, and also they had fire as armor, but like nobody had armor. Yeah, nobody had armor the way that they had. You feel me? I mean, Genghis Khan went to all those battles, all those wars, took over all that land and didn't get dropped once. Think about it. Think about that nigga didn't get dropped once, bro. That's Genghis Khan. But ultimately, what led to the demise of the Mongolian Empire was the Black Plague or something like that. Oh, the Barbarian Plague. Something like that. But anyway, that thing basically eviscerated them off the earth. And of course, if you have 31 million square kilometers of land, like people don't realize how massive that is. Like picture a BBL country. That was basically the Mongolian Empire. A BBL country. Not America, just Mongolia. Alright? So obviously if you have all that people under your control, they're gonna fracture. There's different diversities, they speak different languages, they have their own ethnicities. They're gonna break off and cause little, whatever. And Genghis Khan really wanted them to be one, which was damn near impossible, you idiot. So they had like mini provinces called the Khanates. Yeah, named directly after him, the Khanates. And guess what? Them Khanates ended up flipping on him. Boom, 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 boom. They ended up saying, you know what? We don't want to be a part of you. The Ming Dynasty in China took over, the Russian Empire started to rise, and they basically chopped the Mongolian Empire in half. Not even half, they sent them right back to where they started. Real quick. I'm talking about real quick. Real 0 to 100 real quick. So so in all honesty, the downfall of the Mongolian Empire is just the fact that they were just too damn big. Like it was not sustainable. So this leads us into how do we think Thibaut Courtois could have maybe stopped this unbelievable force of nature that was the Mongolian Empire under Genghis Khan? Let's get into the football side of things. Thibaut Courtois. Let's get into Thibaut Courtois. I mean, what a man, what a keeper, what a football player. Thibaut Courtois. Now, I will be honest, I am extremely biased when it comes to Thibaut Courtois because I myself am a Real Madrid fan. Now let's get that important information out of the way. Let's get into some of the things that Thibaut Courtois has been able to achieve across his career, which leads me to believe that he would absolutely, you know what? First of all, he's won the Yashin Award before. Let's clap it up, my boy. He's won the Yashin. If you guys don't know the spider, not Young Thug, that's a rat there, nigga. We don't mess with the rats. We're talking about Lev Yashin, yo. One of the greatest keepers of all time, but I don't believe that because that shit was in black and white. And like Lil Baby said, it's bigger than black and white. It's a Champions League. So, of course, Thibaut Courtois also won the 2018 World Cup Golden Glove. Something Genghis Khan does not have, something Genghis Khan never faced. If you're thinking about it, if you're really thinking about it, he's won the FIFA the best goalkeeper award. He's won the La Liga Zamora 3 different times. Because that's just what it does. He won the Premier League Golden Glove before. He won the IFFHS. Sounding like a in an inverse. Anyway, best keeper award before. This is a quite funny stat. He also has the most assists in the Champions League. In Champions League history for a goalkeeper. So my guy, not only can he stop shots, he's the best goalkeeping playmaker we ever seen. I'm telling you, put Thibaut Courtois on the Mezzala and FM. Wonders. I'm telling you. He's bagging double digits. Oh my gosh. Anyway, what else did Thibaut Courtois do? Probably everything. But anyway, he's won a UCL final man of the match before. I don't think any goalkeeper ever won a UCL final man of the match. But Thibaut Courtois did in what is undeniably the greatest goalkeeping performance in the history of football. He had 9 saves in that final, which is a record amount of saves in the Champions League final. He also holds multiple records for saves in a game in the Champions League, including the most saves in the knockout stage game, probably the most saves in the group stage game, probably the most saves in a game. He runs the Champions League. If anyone is truly must the Champions League, it's Thibaut Courtois. And why do I truly believe that Thibaut Courtois would stop this Mongolian Empire? It's not the percentages. It's not the fact that he has a 71% save rate in La Liga right now. It's not the fact that he has a 75% save rate in the Champions League right now. It's not the fact that he's making 5.2 saves per game in the Champions League right now because his defense is trash. It's none of that. It's the moments. It's the big moments of Thibaut Courtois. Those finals, the PSG round of 16, the Chelsea quarterfinal, the Liverpool game, I think he had 8 saves or something. This is the big Thibaut Courtois we're speaking about. Wait. He saved Lionel Messi's penalty. Messi didn't miss. Thibaut Courtois saved that shit. The big Lionel Messi, the world's greatest footballer of all time, was saved by Thibaut Courtois in the Champions League round of 16. This is what he does. It's those big moments, these key moments. He has big game energy, big clutch moments. That is why we all fuck with Thibaut Courtois. I mean, you saw the save against Manchester City in the first leg of the round of 16 in this year's Champions League, where his teammate basically passed it to a Manchester City player to an open net, and guess what? Thibaut Courtois closed that whole damn net. So I don't care about 31 million square kilometers. Thibaut Courtois would stop all of that shit. Let's give it up. Let's give it up for Thibaut Courtois representing football today, ladies and gentlemen. And comment down below if you feel like any other keeper could have represented could have represented football any better than the great Thibaut Courtois. As always, like, comment, and subscribe.